to my home show. Tonight we are going to talk about artificial intelligence. You know, in May 2026, Pope published Magnifica Humanitas. So today we are going to have a guest. He's an expert in what we are going to be discussing today. So he will help us to understand the church position and the roles and the responsibilities for us as Catholics or believers. You know, even today as talk now, there are some Christians who are still considering the AI as a antichrist tool. Is it that correct? I don't know. But experts whom I invited to be with us today, he's going to help us to understand and know the Catholic Church position on this. The idea to invite him in our today's program actually was posted by what I read on social media. I was actually browsing as usual, then I saw the Pope's post about AI. This was a month after the publication. You know, this Magnifica Humanitas was published. It was in May this year, 2026. Then when I read the Pope's post, if you allow, I can read it. We cannot consider AI to be morally neutral. In reality, every technical tool embodies choices and priorities through what it measures, ignores, and optimizes, and how it classifies people and situations. Ethical discernment cannot be limited to asking whether we are using a system for good or bad purposes. It must also examine how that system is designed and what vision of the human person and society is embedded in the data and models that guide it. Yeah, he actually continued and said, for AI to respect human dignity and truly serve the common good, responsibility must be clearly defined at every stage, from those who design and develop these systems to those who use them and rely on them for concrete decisions. It must be possible to identify who must account for decisions, justify them, monitor them, and, when necessary, challenge them and remedy and harm caused. These are the two posts I read that were posted by His Holiness. So, having this, then I said, why can I invite someone who is an expert in this domain and help us to know much about the AI in the lens of a Catholic or a believer. So before we start, I would invite those who are not our subscribers, please subscribe, and after doing that, remember also to hit that bell so that whenever we post a content, you'll be among the first viewers to receive our content. So tonight, to explore this topic, today's topic, with Father Ernest. Father Ernest Ngiembere, welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I am fine.
Yes.
I'm pleased to be here with you.
All right, we are pleased, but we are also blessed to have you around.
Okay.
Yeah. So, our guest tonight, Father Ernest Ngiembere, is a priest, a Jesuit priest, whose interest and expertise include history, social studies, and Catholic social teaching. Jesuits are well known, as you know, throughout the world for their commitment to education, research, and engaging with the major questions facing society today as AI. Yeah, so we are, as I said, we are blessed. We are delighted to have you with us as we explore Pope Leo XIV's encyclical Magnifica Humanitas and discuss what it teaches about artificial intelligence. human dignity and our responsibility to use technology wisely. There are some Christians or even viewers now who may think that AI is a recent something that was recently invented. No. We are actually celebrating 70 years of existing of this AI, but recently it was introduced in our daily activities, businesses, and the Pope had to sit down and take a pen and write something about AI. That is why today's My Home Show was organized. So, Father, that I read few of what I know about you. So, who is Father Ernest, generally speaking?
Oh, good. Thank you very much. As you said, I'm a Jesuit. I am a priest, originally from Rwanda, and currently preparing for beginning my mission of being a teacher and a professor at Hekima University in Nairobi. I've just graduated from Boston College in church history, master's degree in church history. But prior to going to do that master's, I worked here in Rwanda, first as deputy director, then as the director of Jesuit MURI Center, which is a social center for research and social action here in Rwanda. So I can say that I am flying with those two wings. I am interested in church history, the teachings, how the Christian life has evolved throughout these past 2 millennia, but also I'm interested in knowing the social teachings of the church. So talking about Magnificat Humanitas falls into the category of my interest as a researcher and a professor.
Actually, thanks so much. I'm sitting with the right person. So you are the right person for the right topic we are going to discuss now. So I said earlier, Magnificat Humanitas. Magnificat Humanitas. Magnificat Humanitas. What is it? Magnificat Humanitas.
Magnificat Humanitas. Those two words are the title of the first encyclical of Pope Leo XIV. What do they mean? They mean magnificent humanity. And those two words are like, magnificent is a word which is known in English. Maybe its synonym might be breathtaking humanity. So this document is really about to praise the beauty, the splendidness of humanity. But it has to be talked about in a context of what we are facing nowadays. We are in the age of AI. And AI is affecting humanity. So that's the reason why the Pope is speaking about how to sustain, how to safeguard this magnificence of humanity in the age of AI. So, Magnificus Humanitas, of Magnifica Humanitas, or Magnifica Humanitas, depending on how one pronounces it, there are two words which means magnificent humanity, and it's a title of the first encyclical of Pope Leo XIV. And as many of our viewers know, the documents of the Catholic Church are named after the first two words in Latin. So those two words are in Latin and are the opening words of the document itself.
Linguistically speaking, it is understood. And somewhere you say that it is about, you said it, but what are its main themes and its key messages and why it is an important document for the church today? You said it is the first papal document as for Pope Leo, but it is also it is also the first one published about. Yeah.
Yes, so this document really enters into the ministry of Pope Leo XIV. In choosing this name, he recalled another pope who was also named Leo XIV. Leo XIII. Leo XIII is the first pope to write an encyclical letter on social matters. That encyclical letter, many of our viewers know it as Rerum Novarum, which means in English, on new things. This letter was written 135 years ago. and even Pope Leo XIV signed Magnificat Humanitas on May 15th on the anniversary of the signing of Rerum Novarum. So Pope Leo XIV, upon his election, he said that he was interested in pushing the church, in bringing to the table in the church the reality of AI. We are living in the age of AI. So in writing this document, he's really going into the heart of what he felt called when the cardinals gathered in 16th Chapel and elected him as the Pope. He feels that we are living a change of epoch, and in that change of epoch, AI is playing a great role, and we as the church, we should reflect on it. So what is, why does this document matter? It matters because truly we are living in the age of AI. Every one of us here, every one of us who is listening to us and viewing us knows that AI is impacting everyone's everyday life. So we need to think about it. That's the reason why it is important. AI is affecting the economy, is affecting the education, is affecting the family life, is affecting the health sector, is affecting wars, how wars are waged. So we need really to think about AI putting at the center the human dignity. So the core of this document is technology, specifically AI, is social teaching of the church. And in that social teaching of the church, we are analyzing the relationship between AI and human dignity. So the Pope wants us to safeguard human dignity in the age of AI. So that's really the message of this document. How can human dignity be safeguarded in the age of AI?
For those who are watching now, I'm not sure if they had a chance to read this papal document, but this brings me to ask this question. When the encyclical is published, how it is disseminated? Sometimes when we are in a church, we see there is a document from bishops that is read in the church for a given specific social issue, then the letter is read. But what about this encyclical? How it is it disseminated for the general public to understand or to know what the Pope is informing them?
Yeah, so the origin of encyclical letters by pontiffs really dates from 300 or 400 years ago. That's when popes started to write encyclical letters. Encyclical is again an English word which can have a synonym of circular letter. When someone writes a circular letter, he wants to disseminate a certain message to a certain category of people. So when the Pope began to write encyclical letters, they were disseminating a certain clarification on some matters to some bishops or some priests. Nowadays, the encyclical letters have taken another turn. Many of encyclical letters are destined to bishops, to we Christians, we priests and the deacons and lay people, but also people of goodwill. Those people who do not necessarily belong to the Catholic Church, but they subscribe to the teachings of the Catholic Church. So how are the encyclical letters message disseminated throughout the world? By what we are doing. Through PACIS TV,
Exactly.
through social media, through the publication. I think on 25th of May, Pope himself with 2 cardinals, 1 sister, 1 professor of university, another founder of AI company, they also disseminated the message of this document we are discussing. So the message is written, is destined for the whole world, everyone who is interested in knowing it. And thanks to the technology of communication we have today, people can really have access to this message of the Pope. But in the past, there were other means of disseminating the message, which was distributed through the bishops.
Yes, thank you. Because the reason why I actually organized this program was to, of course, help help them to understand and to know much about the encyclical. Thanks so much for clarifying this. But though we are talking about this, it may create some confusion for some to say, even the Pope wrote about the. So, at this point, can we say that the church sees AI as a threat or as a gift that can be used responsibly for the good of humanity?
Yeah, I like the second part of your question. Definitely AI is something good which can be used responsibly for the good of humanity. So the issue here is not really about to use AI or not to use AI. The issue is not about to use technology we have today or not using it. The heart of the issue is about to choose how we use technology in order to safeguard the human dignity. It's about to discern how we use technology and it undermines the human dignity and how it promotes and safeguards human dignity. So in your introduction, you mentioned someone, a Christian, wondering if AI is a demonic thing.
Yeah, demonic
AI
thing.
is not a demonic thing. The Pope clarifies that the means of technology comes from human intelligence. And let us remember in the book of Genesis, we read that God created everything and he saw that they were good. After creating a human being, the secret author says, and God saw that it was really, really good, right? So whatever comes from the human mind, intelligence of human mind, which something which makes us more closer to God than other creatures, it's good. Now, what comes next is how do we use these results of ingenuity, human ingenuity, in order to promote, in order to safeguard human dignity. So the Pope is teaching us how to really discern on how to use AI and other means of technology in order to safeguard human dignity and not use it in a way that undermines human dignity. Yeah.
Thank you very much. As I said in my introduction, the AI is celebrating actually 70 years. Now we are in the 70, because it was invented actually in 1956. But what does the encyclical teach about protecting humanity dignity in the age of increasing intelligence or machines?
Yeah, so in writing this document, the Pope wrote it because he had a certain conviction. And this conviction came from listening to people. We are in the age of synodality, where we walk together, where we listen to one another. So the Pope, by listening to people, he realized that AI needed to be disarmed. AI needed to be disarmed. But it doesn't stop at disarming AI. He also says we need to build. We need to use AI to build something better, which puts at the center the human dignity. Maybe to give an example, which the Pope himself gives, and he gave it when he was publishing this document on May 25th, as I told you, he gave us an example of nuclear research, nuclear energy, which is in the world. If we use it badly, if we use it as a weapon of mass destruction, in that case, we are destroying human dignity. But if we use nuclear arms in order to, in nuclear research results, in order to advance production of energy for development and other sectors, in that case, you are doing what is right. So the Pope also is saying that AI needs to be disarmed in a sense that it destroys the human dignity. And it needs to be used in a sense that it develops, it sustains, it safeguards the human dignity. So technology can help us to build better societies, but also can help us to turn our society. So the Pope is saying, let us use technology, let us use AI in order to build better societies and not allow them to turn our societies. Yeah.
According to what he's saying is that is like we can hear that actually this technology or the AI we are talking about now is actually a double-edged sword. So and also somewhere you said it clearly that it can affect positively and negatively our lives. So how can Catholics or even believers in general can use this AI confidently?
The Catholics can use AI confidently when they do what is right, you know. When AI is helping you to do something good. When AI is helping you to do something bad, in that case, that it's not okay, right? And the discernment of what is good or bad, it's up to the conscience of each and every one of us, right? And the Pope gives us some fundamentals. If it's something which brings in solidarity, in that case, AI can be used. If it's something which develops health sector, in that case, AI can be used. If it's something which advances education, knowledge, propagation of knowledge, in that case, AI can be used. But if you use AI to exclude yourself from the society, that one is no longer solidarity. There is another principle of Catholic social teaching, which is subsidiarity. Subsidiarity in Catholic social teaching is to say that let people do what they can do. Don't do it for them if they can do it. And let every level which has responsibility take its own responsibilities. I like that in the introduction you mentioned about responsibilities in the tweet of the Pope. So if AI can make you do things you are not supposed to do, which were the realm of someone else, in that case, AI is becoming, you are using AI on the wrong side of it, right? So AI can be used when it is helping to develop, to safeguard human dignity. If it's something which destroys it, then AI, it's bad. It's, as you said, it's a double-edged sword.
So then, where should ethical boundaries be drawn?
So ethical boundaries should be drawn again in the choices we make. In the choices we make, because AI, as AI, does not have feelings. AI as AI does not have pain. AI does not feel joy, you know. Who feels joy is the human being. So we shouldn't, again, coming to this principle of subsidiarity, we shouldn't give AI the responsibility to make choices for us. Because AI, even though it can make decisions, but the decisions made by AI are not moral decisions, contrary to you and I. The decisions we make are moral decisions because we are responsible of what we do. They are moral because our decisions, there is this aspect of feeling, there is this aspect of pain, there is this aspect of joy, there is this aspect of wisdom, which AI doesn't have. The only thing AI has, which is better than what we have, is the computing capacity. Using data, AI can make a better decision than what you can make. But it lacks this aspect of feelings, emotions. Let me give you an example. Many of us, we have used GPS. GPS is a form of an AI, an artificial intelligence. GPS can give you, if you want to move maybe from Kigali, where we are now, to another locality, it can give you the fastest road possible. But GPS will not consider the beauty of the road you will have to see. The GPS will not consider other emotions. Maybe it's you wanted to pass next to a church, you wanted to pass at a place where you will see your friend. That one GPS doesn't have it, doesn't know it, you know, because it doesn't have those feelings. GPS cannot feel beauty, it cannot tell you about beauty, it cannot, but you can choose to use one road rather than the other because you want to see the beauty. So when you rely really heavily on AI, you are removing that aspect of emotions, of feelings, which is also part of our decision making. That's an example, a simple example I'm making of transport, but we can also put it to other things which affect humans. Let's talk about efficiency at a place of work. If you bring a machine which measures at what time do workers come in and go and knock out, and you base your decision on what machine produces only, you are missing something. Say someone comes to work because he's late. Someone comes to work late because he had passed that hospital to see someone. AI will not see that. But if he comes and talks to you, you can know that this person, for this week, he will be coming late at work because he's facing another problem at home. You as a human being, you will feel that. But what will the machine tell you? To tell you this person is always late comer at a place of work. So if you make a decision at the end of the month based on what AI has produced, you will tell that this person is not serious about his work because he's always late. But actually it's not because he's late. He had other emotional luggage he's carrying, which is making him come late at a place of work. So the Pope is really telling us to be aware of all of those dimensions in our lives.
Thank you very much. I think so far I have something that I share in common with those who are our viewers. So far, at this moment, I think the summary, you shared with us the summary of the Magnificat Humanitas. I think so far anyone can say confidently that we are human beings and the AI is just a tool, to use.
Yes,
Wow.
That's correct.
This is good. So now I think our hearts are released so far. Thank you so much for actually sharing this clearly. Now let's look at the side of evangelization or pastoral activities. What are the challenges and opportunities that AI bring?
Yes. Okay. So again, AI, as I've just said, it has this computing capacity, this statistical analysis capacity, which is better than of human beings so far. But human beings are still better than AI. Now, when we talk about evangelization is something which is about a really human being, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is not a virtual being. So when we proclaim Jesus Christ, we are talking about a real person who lived somewhere at a certain time in Palestine. We know that 2,000 years ago. And there is a proclamation of the good news he has brought. When we talk about evangelization, we need really to remain on that human contact. AI can help you maybe to propagate the message, but at the core of evangelization, of announcing Christ, there is that human contact. There is that human feeling. AI will never make you have a feeling like a human being makes you feel. The best screen you can ever see is the face of the person, right? Because when you proclaim Jesus to someone, you see that he's convinced or doubtful through his face. Just reading something or writing something and putting there on internet or asking AI to propagate that will not give you that feedback that a person gives you. So when we talk about evangelization in the age of AI, I think we really need to remain traditional, so to speak. Human to human contact is the best medium of proclaiming the good news of Christ. But that being said, we can also use AI in some instances. For instance, if you are going to prepare a talk to some people, you can use AI as an editor of what you have written. If you are someone who is not a native English speaker, you can make a text, prepare your own text, you create your own text. But maybe for you, in order to deliver it better, you can ask AI to help you, because AI in some instances is better than us in knowing some languages, right? But don't ask AI to create something for you to go to tell people. That one is bad, you know? You create something, you give AI, hey, edit this for me. Which vocabulary am I using that people will not easily understand? Which vocabulary can I strengthen better so that people will understand? That one you can use it in preparing a talk, in going to proclaim the good news. I'm giving an example of a language, or even other plans, you know. You can ask AI to give you insight, to give you an input, to better, to ameliorate what you have already prepared. But don't ask AI to produce something, right? And don't rely on AI. So we were not going to say, let us close churches, let us close the place of worship, then AI will do the job. No, that's not the case, you know. The evangelization remains a human-to-human aspect. It's good that we meet. Not only that we react to one another's exchange of information and message, but also to form a community. Catholic Church, we are a community. So we cannot form a virtual community as Christians. We need to form a real community, because that's what Jesus left us as a commandment, to love one another. There is no virtual love, Christian virtual love. There ought to be a real love, because Jesus really loved us. So you have really someone when he's a real being in front of you. Yeah. So that's what I can say.
All right. Yeah, we are still about the challenges and the opportunities that the AI presents. That was the part of evangelization. But let's look at, again, on the part of education and work and in our family life.
Okay, so on the aspect of education, again, AI can be a source of knowledge, but not make it an authoritative or an authority of knowledge that it is not. That's a temptation which is there. And the Pope warns us about that. When the AI is becoming a problem which touches the truth. Because AI, let us remember that it is a machine which absorbs what you give it and gives it back. If you tell AI that the capital city of Rwanda is another city other than Kigali, AI will accept that. If someone asks the capital city of Kigali, most probably AI might tell lies, believing that it is giving the truth, you know. So AI is fed by humans. If humans fed it wrong knowledge, it will bring back lies as the truth. So people who are working in the sector of education, who are forming people for the future, they should be warned about relying heavily on AI. AI will not replace a human being. You can prompt AI to create a content of a spiritual declaration, and it becomes hard to disprove them. In that case, it is affecting human relations, right? You have seen some people producing pictures of others doing or saying things they never said. That's a challenge for AI in the world we are living in. So let us discern always what we see and what AI gives us.
And that will definitely impact positively our life in our families, in our workplaces, and in our church as community members.
Yes, yes.
Now, talking about families, education, actually, we need also to talk something about the parents and educators. So, how can parents and educators help children and young people use AI wisely without becoming overly dependent on AI?
Yeah, so AI as a development of technology, as you said, has been here for 70 years. So people, we have been interacting with technologies for many years. So basically, to respond to your question, I would say what we have been doing, let us continue to do it. Maybe basing on Magnifica Humanitas, what we are talking about now, putting at the center the human dignity, always remembering that AI is a virtual thing which will never replace a human being. In terms of family education, school education, something which should be put at the center is to be intentional, to spend time between parents and their kids, right? Because as I said, if parents don't become authority and source of knowledge for their kids, AI will become a parent and a source of knowledge for their kids. And it will not end well necessarily. It will not necessarily end well, right? So there is nothing which can substitute human relations. There is nothing which can substitute the relation between parents and their kids. So to spend time together, to really emphasize on physical togetherness in the family is something which can help us to manage well the age of AI we are living in. Yeah. So as I told you, the best screen is the human face. For parents, the best thing which will tell you how your son is doing is not a school report, is not a message from the teacher, it is the face of your kid. You will see your kid and see that he is happy, he is sad, he is excited about life, or is sad about life. The best screen is the human face. In our families, when we sit at the table and you see someone bringing up a laptop or an iPad or a phone, we are forgetting that the best screen you can ever have is the human face. Kids, the best screen are the faces of your parents, your brothers, your sisters, of people you live within families. So let us remember that really, because that's the dignity of the person, what it is all about. The best screen is the human face. That's where you read all information you need about someone. So let us not rely on AI, on things produced through AI to know people. We can know people better by looking at their faces.
Wow, I like that. Is it your own quote?
I have to say that I read it on a certain article. Yeah.
All right, I like it. The best screen to watch to understand a human feeling is the human face.
Yes.
Wow. Thanks so much. Now the next question is about practical guidance. What is the practical guidance that the Pope, Leo the 14th, offer to believers living in this rapidly changing technological era? Yes.
So the practical guidance of the Pope is not really only for believers. The practical guidance is for everyone, because AI affects everyone. AI does not come to look for Christians so that it can affect them. Leaving aside the non-Christians, AI is affecting everyone who is in this world, right? So again, there are three things the Pope is asking us to put at the center of our reflection and our relationship with AI. The first one is truth. The second one is work. The third one is freedom. First, the truth. As I said, we are living in an age where AI can distort the truth. We are having this interview, we are having this conversation. Someone can go and make AI make us say things we never said. So we are living in a world where AI can attack the truth and destroy it. The Pope is telling us, please be on your guard. If you see something, if you hear something being said by someone and you don't really believe that he said that, maybe that's an invitation to think twice and to see really if that person said what he said. You know, because AI can do that. The second one is work, the jobs people do. AI can take away jobs of people. And yet one of the fundamentals of human dignity is the work. So we need to think about how can we use AI while we continue to safeguard the human dignity through the work they do. Then the third one is the freedom. About addictions. AI can be addictive to every category of people, every age, in every land, in every place. The Pope is telling us, be aware that AI can be addictive. Be responsible of how you use AI. Because if you are not responsible, you might become addicted. Not only that, algorithms, which AI bases its work, that's kind of the raw material of AI. You know? That's what data and algorithms, that's what AI is. Can be used to bomb you with information which will make you in a cocoon of information and you never see a side. So someone can really make a campaign of making you get convinced of something. You wouldn't get convinced if you had all knowledge you needed, all information you needed. So the Pope is saying that the freedom we talk about, AI can affect it through addictions, but also through being manipulated by algorithms, which gives us information. They tell you something is true while it is not. If someone lies to you, he's taking away your freedom. So those are the three practical things the Pope is telling us to be aware of: is truth, how AI is affecting the propagation of truth in the world; is work, how AI is affecting work, which is one of the fundamentals of human dignity in the world; and freedom, which is one of the best things we can ever have. But AI is destroying it slowly. So we need to be aware of that.
Wow. And now let's look at the message of hope. What is the Pope's vision for ensuring that artificial intelligence always remains at the service of humanity rather than becoming its master?
Yeah. So as we have been seeing, we see that, as you said, using the image you said of a sword, AI can be used for good things, AI can be used for bad things. AI also can be a good tool of propagating love in the world. You know, the Christian message is love, is about love. So if you use AI to propagate positive message of development, message of love, message of unity among people, in that case, really, AI can be something very important, especially in communication. But also, again, the Pope says that if we want to build peace, AI can be something, AI can play its role. Because AI also is playing a role in destroying peace. The Pope talks, in this document, the Pope talks about waging wars where now people are using AI to destroy entire populations. The arms which are controlled by AI are killing people. Then the Pope says, if we think through, if we sit down and try to build peace using AI, it would be possible. Because also people are using power and violence and being helped by AI. So if it is helping in destroying, AI can also help in building. So he's telling us that we shouldn't really be desperate, you know. AI is not here to decimate humanity. Humanity belongs to God, even though human beings can mess up however they want. The ultimate word on the world is God, who has the ultimate word on the world. And AI can be used in propagating the culture, in the civilization of love, if people choose so. So the Pope is calling people to adopt that attitude. And again, talking about nice quotes, reading this document, I encountered another nice quote. The Pope says, with peace, nothing is lost. But with war, everything is lost. So with AI, using it to build peace, everyone will gain. But if we use AI to destroy people, hoping to gain something, none of us will be gaining anything. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. With this, we come to the end of our today's program, but I like so much these three statements you made. Actually, a person will be always a person. Then the AI will always be a tool that a person, the human being, is used to improve his work, to work smart and to work hard. Another statement is this, that with peace, nothing is lost. And also the last one was about where you said that the best screen we should watch is the human face. Thank you so much. I like that. So with this, we come to the end of our today's conversation. I hope that you enjoyed. That was Father Ernest Giembere. Thanks so much for accepting our invitation.
Thank you for having me.
So do you feel that we forward something to talk about something? If you do, please.
No, I think we did everything.
All right. Yeah, it was actually a blessing having you in our studio, and also I hope you enjoyed the program. That was my home show. I was Ferishti. Stay blessed. See you next time.